Greetings and salutations, folks. Candance Owens. You're allowed to laugh. Yeah, Candance Owens. Well, she just recently cried discrimination because she was denied COVID testing at a facility or clinic in Colorado. I believe it was in Aspen, Colorado, recently. The clinic more or less reiterated that they justified denying her testing. And keep in mind that she is against the vaccine as well. Well, I'm going to show you a video real quick on the whole thing, and I'm going to go and comment very shortly. Hold tight.
Candance Owens, a vehement vaccination critic, has accused a laboratory in Colorado of refusing to test her for COVID-19 because of her political views. Last month, the right-wing conservative firebrand dubbed the vaccine as purely evil, tweeting that it will never enter my arm. She had earlier said that she was proud to not be vaccinated against COVID-19. However, in an Instagram live on Wednesday, she said as an unvaccinated person, she was still prepared to be tested for COVID if an event she attended required it, although she opposed showing documentation to enter businesses. During her video, she said that she was in Aspen, Colorado and had 50-plus COVID tests since the start of the pandemic, and that her travel schedule meant that she had to be tested at least once every 2 weeks. She said her assistant had told her that a laboratory in Aspen had informed her by email that it would deny her a COVID test because of who you are. While she did not mention the laboratory's name during her video, in a written post next to it, she referred to Rocky Mountain's lab, which Newsweek has contacted for comment. She said that the test was booked at Aspen COVID Testing, which is part of Rocky Mountain Labs, under her married name, Candace Farmer. Owens then read out an email written by Susanna Lee, the lab's co-owner, which said her test would be refused because we cannot support anyone who has proactively worked to make this pandemic worse by spreading misinformation. The letter, which Owens posted on Twitter, went on to accuse her of politicizing and actively dissuading people from receiving life-saving vaccinations, before recommending she use the town's only other testing facility, a free kiosk by City Hall. As of Thursday morning, her Instagram live had been viewed more than 670,000 times, and her tweets about the letter were widely shared. Owens tweeted that the laboratory refused the test because they don't like my politics, adding that it was insane that she had been banned from making sure I don't accidentally spread COVID. However, some took to Twitter to defend the decision by the laboratory. These included Robin Littlefield, who wrote, "This business has the right to refuse her business. That's a key GOP principle. It's capitalism." Another user wrote, "I thought you were all for personal responsibility, Candace? A private company held you personally responsible for your actions." Owens has been accused of pushing inaccurate and misleading claims about the COVID-19 vaccine on her Instagram and Twitter accounts. Media watchdog Media Matters for America said in April that her continued misinformation on major social media platforms comes at a time in which it is critical for Americans to receive a COVID-19 vaccination in order to end the pandemic.
Give me a couple of moments here, and I shall comment. Okay, claims that they don't like her politics. Well, I don't like Candance Owens' politics either. I mean, she's a partisan hack using COVID as another cynical measure promoting a culture war standoff. That's just the thing to do. People like Candance Owens, these right-wing pro-Republican hacks, they don't want to talk about income inequality or anything like that. They don't want to talk about things that matter. They want to go and push conspiracy theories and look heroic at the same time when she and her followers are acting like damn fools. I make no apologies for that. Now, while I generally despise her, and as I said, I generally despise her because of her politics, I admit it, I said it. She's a terrible person. having that said, I don't think it was right for the clinic to deny her being tested, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't, on a human to human level, as much as I dislike Candance Owens, I don't want her to get COVID. I really don't. She's a human being with terrible politics. But even people with terrible politics shouldn't be denied, COVID testing. And here's the thing. I think that the reason of the clinic claiming because of her political stance on COVID, using that as a reason to deny her service, aren't they kind of defeating what what the clinic's supposed to do in terms of COVID, which is to try to put a stop to further spreading? I mean, yeah, I don't want her to get COVID, but if she has COVID, I don't want other people to get COVID either. I don't care who you are. I mean, I don't care if you're the most wonderful person in the world. I don't care if you're a despicable person when it comes to, in terms of politics or anything else. I don't want her to get COVID. I don't want other people to get COVID. I don't want me to get COVID. And I think that she shouldn't have been denied COVID testing. Now, we can have a debate about whether the vaccines ought to be mandatory or not. I wear my mask whenever, I'll wear my mask when I am asked to wear a mask. If there are places where it's not required, I've already been vaccinated. There are places that doesn't require it. Most of the time I would not wear the mask unless I feel really uncomfortable. Then I put on my mask. But there are places. I live in Johnson County, North Carolina. They don't have a mask mandate here. I'm next door to Wake County, where Raleigh's located. They have a mask mandate currently right now. I wear my mask when I'm in Wake County because not because I'm a sheep, but I want to do my part to go and to put a stop to COVID as soon as possible. I mean, and that's the thing right there. When it comes to the vaccine, I err on the side letting it be voluntary. However, the government should encourage people to take the damn vaccine, because the sooner we take the damn vaccine, the sooner normality can be returned to our society. That's what it comes down to. And I just think it's ridiculous that she turned this into another cultural war standoff. And at least she's not taking the stimulant that Joe Rogan and Alex Jones is taking. I'll have to do a video on that as well, because at least she's not as unhinged as Alex Jones. But getting back to what I was saying, I'm just perplexed by how we're just turning everything into a culture war standoff. So I just trying to fathom the mindset of the political culture war in the United States, where everything has to be a standoff, a culture war standoff. And this is something where we should be uniting together. To put a stop to. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. I don't care how toxic your politics is in whatever ideological direction. We're all human beings. We all need to do what we can to make this virus a thing of the past. To at least go back to the way things were prior to this crisis, and other countries have done it. I mean, New Zealand and Australia have actually done one of the best jobs in the world when it comes to combating COVID. I mean, because they're closer to normality than we ever can be. Now they still have some problems, and it sucks. But here in the United States, we got people that just wants to turn everything to a culture war standoff, and I just think we have to do what we can to kind of get this virus to be a thing of the past. If you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you disagree with what I have to say, comment anyway. We will have a conversation. Feel free to share the content on this channel, and feel free also to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're kept up to date by hard-hitting commentary by yours truly. I am American Social Democracy. Peace and class struggle, and let's do what we can to put an end to this damn virus.